Hello and welcome. I'm so glad you're here, whether you're joining me live or catching the recording. I'm thrilled to be here with you. I'm Christy Gammon, your doTERRA wellness advocate and leader of Team Share and Shine. I've been with doTERRA for 10 years now, and it is pure joy for me to be able to share what I've learned with you. So let's jump into tonight's class, which is Essential Oils Made Easy, and introduction to oils for you. I'm just going to share my screen. And there we go, and we'll jump in. So I like to begin with our goal or intention for this class, and I just can't think of a more meaningful reason to get together and to share with another human being. My goodness, the essential oils I always describe as my gateway to wellness, natural wellness, and they've been nothing short of life-changing for me. And so to be able to share this gift of the earth with someone else has become not only my life's work, but passion and pleasure as well. And so I want to empower you. I want to both equip you with knowledge and tools to be able to handle at least 80% of what life throws your way, whether that's your wellness goal or a health concern that you or a family member is experiencing. I like to think about health in terms of a story. And so I don't like to oversell our essential oils as far as their role in that story. I would place them somewhere in the middle, because at the beginning of our health story for every man, woman, child, pet, and plant, we have our own proactive approach to wellness, those foundations of health or the building blocks of wellness, such as our nutrition, our movement, our approaches to rest and stress management, toxic load, and self-care. The ways that we invest in those is the beginning of the story. And hopefully, for most of our lives, we stay toward that beautiful beginning and just keep investing in those. If we need some support, then we can move into the middle where we look at different tools, and essential oils being one of those. And so as common ailments or goals come up, things like, I just want to be more active, or I want to make sure I'm drinking half my body weight in ounces of water every day. I need some support with that. Or, you have a child wake up in the middle of the night with some minor concern. To be able to have at your fingertips the tools and resources you need to address those things naturally is empowering. Knowing what to use and how to use it is life-changing. And so hopefully, very rarely, we would touch that end of the story where we need to reach out to a trusted medical professional. But when those needs arise, it's so important to have that relationship with a trusted medical professional. We love the relationship that we have with our personal care physician in our home. It's one where we can go if we feel like we need testing or blood work or a diagnosis of something, and then we get to put our heads together and figure out what is the best approach or treatment plan from that point. And that's exactly how we work together. There was just a few occasions where we've met with our doctor and looked at options. And one case in point, I love the story of how I recovered naturally from a kidney infection, which can be really serious. You don't want to mess around with that. I've had a UTI before, and those are a little bit more common, but the biggest concern with a UTI, speaking of a urinary tract infection, is that you don't want it to progress to a kidney infection. That can be really scary. Kidney infections, if not handled properly, can lead to death. So very serious. But the way that I handled it with my doctor was we did the testing, we confirmed what was going on. I had already started applying multiple natural solutions, and she was liking the results of that effort based on what she could see in the testing. It looked like things were starting to back off. So she wrote me a prescription that she told me to put in my back pocket and just have on hand in case I needed it. And obviously I can always call back, schedule another appointment if needed, and we would, discuss and decide further. But as it turned out, I was able to continue on the path that I was on. Knowledge is power. You want to know what you're dealing with so that then you can choose the best possible suite of essential oils and herbs. I was drinking natural cranberry juice. I was drinking parsley tea that we made. I was doing a number of different things to support my body and give it ample rest, pain management, everything it needed to then heal itself. So beautiful process, an example of using that relationship to the fullest. And so to bring things full circle, we just always want to be in a place where we're focusing on the beginning of that story and all of the things that we do to proactively care for our health. Then as we approach the middle, if something comes up or we want to state a goal or just really invest further and work on something in our lives, then knowing those tools and how to use them is where we want to spend our time this evening. As I empower you, we're going to go over 3 cool things about essential oils, 3 ways to use them, and 3 ways to get them into your home. So here we are. We're going to spend the most time in our class on this slide. So feel free to screenshot these graphics as they come up. The number one cool thing about essential oils is that they are safe. Now, I'm going to trust you to read the information on the screen, and I'm going to be throwing some additional facts and information at you. But we're going to start by grabbing our peppermint essential oil if you have it. Just take a moment, by the way, if you haven't set the stage for your class. I love to have a bottle of water on hand. You're also going to want a notebook and pen and all of your essential oils. Just gather up whatever you have on hand. And then we're going to be experiencing them together if you have them throughout the class. I'm just putting a drop of peppermint in my palms, and I'm going to do our signature move and just breathe that in. That's so amazing. Never gets old. Just let that peppermint come in through the nose and just go all throughout your airways, opening up your sinuses, opening up your lungs. And if you're feeling warm this evening or whenever you're watching this class, add a little bit to the back of your neck. It will help regulate your body temperature quickly. So remember that. Maybe you have a quick flash of heat in the middle of the night, your body temperature just quickly rises and you need to address that. Peppermint is a great oil to keep by the side of the bed. Just put that drop in your palms, take a couple short breaths, put some on the back of your neck. I think you'll find within mere moments, your body temperature will go back down. I always love to start a class with peppermint essential oil because it opens up those airways and then you're able to experience and enjoy all the aromas of the different oils that we will be talking about over the course of the class. It also opens up the mind to receive new information, to retain it and recall it later. So it's really the perfect complement to any learning environment, whether you're studying for a test, you're putting together a proposal for work and something that you might need to present later, or certainly attending any type of class. So let's talk about the first cool thing about essential oils, which is that they are safe. Essential oils are either steam distilled or cold pressed from all different parts of a plant. We can talk about leaves, stems, the bark of a tree, the root even. and even the rind of a citrus fruit. When you're talking about doTERRA essential oils, you can trust that they're harvested sustainably where these plants grow indigenously on our planet. We use a system called co-impact sourcing to go to the ends of the earth wherever our plants grow indigenously and work with, in many cases, the small scale growers who know and love these plants, who've been raising them up for generations, and do so with the utmost care. And we partner with them to not only obtain the essential oils that get delivered to you, but also to bless back these communities. So the co-impact is they provide the essential oils, then we bless them back with whatever might be needed in that community. Beyond the economic development of providing jobs and fair wages, that's just a baseline given in the relationship. We go above and beyond that to provide things like clean water and infrastructure, access to education and medical, either treatment or supplies or care, and on and on and on. It's such a beautiful partnership. Then how do you know that every time you open this bottle, you're going to get the same results? How can you trust that? You can look to our standard, which is certified pure therapeutic grade, or what we call CPTG, which is the gold standard in essential oils. What that means is that nothing is added to that oil and nothing is taken out. What you get in the bottle is pure and potent and consistent. We make sure the standard is achieved over and over again by our commitment to testing. We have 3 tiers of testing, which includes 8 categories and more than 50 individual tests, some of which are conducted by our own doTERRA labs and teams of scientists, some of which are tested by a third party, so that we know that if there's any hint of something wrong in a batch of oil, that it never makes it to the shelf. It never gets to the pretty packaged bottle that you're going to receive. And the way that you can verify our testing is that every single bottle, let me get this zoomed in, you can see there are some numbers there. Every single bottle of oil has batch numbers printed on the bottom. So you can go to a website called source2u.com, and that's all spelled out, SOURCETOYOU, no spaces.com. And there are going to be several sections of this website, one of which includes the testing that matches to those batch numbers. So you'll have a place to enter in the batch number and then access all of the testing. And it's fun. This would be another area where you can just grow your brain and learn a little bit about chemical constituents and what you're looking at in these batch tests and reports. It's really cool. And so you can learn about, for example, how much linalool should there be in lavender for it to be effective and for you to be able to know that it's pure. And then you find out that range, and then you check the batch tests and reports, and you can match that up. Just kind of cool. The other feature of our source2u.com website is all the stories of co-impact sourcing and the relationships that we have with our growers and our distillers and all these amazing people all around the globe, and the incredible work that we get to do together. And so I highly encourage you to go out to that website and just spend a little bit of time not only knowing about our essential oils and the business of our company, but the way we go about doing that business, which is the heart of our company. And then I also want to recommend that you check out doTERRA.com. It is an incredible resource available to all. I recommend going to the Discover tab, and then under that you'll see what are essential oils, which just goes into a little more depth than what we're doing here and how to use them. So it's a nice complement to this class. There's also a product education tab and links to events and blogs. So be sure to check that out. One little note there, you see the peppermint leaf, and it says 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. A lot of people ask about herbs versus essential oils. Herbs are the dried out version of the plant, so think of its life force as having passed on. It's the dead version of the plant. So the essential oil is then what has still the essence of the plant flowing through it. Essential oils could be called the lifeblood of a plant. And so that life force or energy or vibration that exists in the essential oil while it's still part of the plant also exists in this extracted form. So it still has that life force, energy, vibration coming from it. And so it's way more powerful than your herbs. Not to say that the two can't work together, but in comparison, would you rather have one drop of your peppermint essential oil in your palm, or would you rather drink 28 cups of peppermint tea? That's the comparison. So I always like to ask, how thirsty are you? And so when I go over each of these three cool things, you'll notice I'll be highlighting an oil. Of course, we talked about peppermint up front. There are several benefits of peppermint there. And I talked about one way that I love to use it is at the beginning of the class, and for memory and recall. Also cooling the body temperature. So let's talk about the second cool thing about essential oils, and that is how effective they are. It's really incredible. And we'll talk about On Guard as we go. This is our immune support blend. So if you want to grab your bottle of On Guard, if you have that handy, and just put a drop of that in your palm and breathe that in. Because it's fall and we've got a crazy virus running around out there. And so who doesn't want just the added immune boosting support of this amazing smelling essential oil? It's got wild orange and clove and cinnamon, eucalyptus and rosemary, all working beautifully in concert to boost your immune system. This is a warm oil, so if you're going to apply it topically, I recommend doing that with a carrier, such as coconut, or you can just put it on your palms, on the bottoms of the feet. If you want to apply it to the spine, you might use a little coconut just to avoid any skin sensitivity. Great for a sore throat, perfect for cleansing. We have a whole line of On Guard products that make using On Guard in your home really easy, but this basic format you definitely want to have as well. So you can just apply it topically, put it into the diffuser, use it any number of ways. So we'll come back to our On Guard. Let me talk just for a moment about the cells in our bodies and how they work. So we have this cute little graphic on the screen. Inside, let me point out a couple of the features here of this graphic. The wavy lines you could see where it says essential oil represents the receptor site of the cell. So that's how messages pass from the brain and the bloodstream and all throughout the body to various cells. Only the messengers with the, what would you say, security clearance or access to reach the inside of the cell is allowed to pass through that receptor site. So on the outside of the cell, you'll see a bacteria. On the inside of the cell, that the bacteria kind of looks like maybe a kidney bean or a lima bean or a jelly bean there on the outside of the cell. On the inside of the cell, you'll see the virus, and that looks more like a paint splat. So what's important to note is that when we ingest a modern medicine, it's too large and it's not recognized by the body because it's not a natural substance, and so it is denied access to the interior of the cell. So it can bounce around outside of our cells. It can wipe out those bacteria, which is amazing, but sadly it also wipes out healthy cells and anything else that might be in its path. So if we take a modern medicine approach, that becomes then something that we also have to recover from. So the beauty of our essential oils being natural, being bioavailable and recognized by the body is that they can be given access to the interior of our cells. And so they have that opportunity to address things like a virus. Just to summarize, because our modern medicines are created in labs, after plants, by the way, which is interesting. Those are the models for our modern medicines. Always what can we learn from plants? But all in all, they're too large, and because they're man-made, they're not given access to our cells. They wipe out everything in their path, the good with the bad. And so let's just dip our toe in a little bit of science, because I think it's so much fun, and talk about a couple of different categories of essential oils. Now, when you get into oil chemistry, you can really get into some nitty-gritty, and so know that there are way more categories and classifications beyond what I'm going to share with you. But I think it's fascinating to at least address these three main groups. So you have phenylpropanoids, sesquiterpenes, and monoterpenes. And what's cool about phenylpropanoids is that when they get access to a cell, they help clean those receptor sites. Sometimes receptor sites can become blocked by toxins or exposure to plastics, whatever the body is feeling that might cause aches or pains or dis-ease can block receptor sites. And so you know that you don't feel quite right. That's the result. Now you know it's a blocked cell receptor. And so these essential oils, phenylpropanoids, can come in and clean your receptor sites. And that way the flow of communication is clear. Then sesquiterpenes are the next category. And when they come into a cell, they, by design, either erase or delete bad information. So if something inside a cell is not doing what it's supposed to be doing, then a sesquiterpene can come in and eliminate any bad information. And then the final group, monoterpenes, are designed, when they come into a cell, to reprogram and reestablish that cell to its healthy state. And so what I want you to think about, when maybe an essential oil blend, for example, contains more than just one, maybe even all three of these groups of chemical constituents, then they can be simultaneously cleaning receptor sites, deleting bad information, and restoring a cell to its optimal health. And this is why results from essential oils can sometimes be instant, if not permanent. Amazing phenomenon. And so ways that we use our On Guard for ourselves and in our home is for just every facet of immune support. We're taking it internally, we're using it as hand sanitizer, we clean down surfaces with it, we have an all-purpose cleaner, we have fruit and veggie wash. It just goes on and on. We use On Guard in our daily lives in, many, many ways. And I hope you will too. And so our third cool thing that we're going to learn about essential oils is how affordable they are. Now, if you just look at the price tag, you might think, no, that doesn't feel affordable to me. But when you break it down, I think it makes great financial sense. So let's take just a really easy, just a common example and play this out. So let's talk about ear discomfort. So maybe you or another family member that you know experiences ear discomfort. If it's you, you know what that feels like. If it's another person, even a toddler, you might know the telltale sign of the tugging on the ear. And so you can kind of tell when that's coming on, if it's you or if it's someone else. Now, if you're taking a modern or traditional medical care approach, you're going to go through a series of steps. You're going to schedule a doctor appointment. When you get there, you're going to pay a copay. Maybe that's $25. Then you're going to wait, and you're going to see a professional eventually who's going to give you a diagnosis. Then they're also going to hand you a prescription. Now, for the typical protocol for ear discomfort, you're going to pay anywhere from gosh, there's a big range here. So anywhere from $20 to $110. And then if you apply your insurance to that, gosh, I couldn't even think of the word, because I don't do this very often. If you apply your insurance to that payment, then it could bring it down to about $5 to $50, depending on which medicine you're getting and which coverage you have. There's lots of variables there. So that's why I have a number of numbers written down in my notes. Then you're going to go to your pharmacy and wait, and then you're going to actually pay for that before you're able to finally apply a dose. Now, the sad thing is that medication is going to expire. So before that you would ever need it again, you would have to repeat this whole process for something that's as simple as an ear discomfort. And so just to say a word about antibiotics, the short-term effect of that dosing is that, as we talked about in the effective section, that medicine is going to come in, it's going to wipe out the good along with the bad, and so you're going to need to recover from that. You're going to need to then boost your immune system with something to recover from the use of that antibiotic. Long term, you can build up resistance to antibiotics in the body, which, if you burn out on antibiotics when you're really young, just over something as simple as an ear discomfort, then you're really putting yourself in jeopardy if you have something more serious later in life that you really do need that antibiotic for. So something to keep in mind. All in all, as you go through this process, probably more than once, your healthcare costs rise as a result, and you become more and more dependent on that traditional medical system. So let's compare that with a natural solution. Now, I'm going to recommend we use 2 different oils, and that's going to be lavender, which you see there on the screen, and tea tree or melaleuca. Now, with each of these essential oils that I bring up, feel free to add a drop to your palm and breathe it in. If you know you don't love the aroma of an essential oil and maybe you don't need it in this moment, then you don't have to do that. You can smell it from the bottle and decide if it's something that you feel like you need in that moment, and just enjoy it if you want to, or pass. And so I'm going to add a little lavender to my mix, and I'm going to pass on tea tree in this moment, but feel free to enjoy whichever oils you would like. So what I would recommend doing with these 2 oils is put a drop or 2 on a cotton ball and then nest that in the ear. Now, if you have trouble keeping the cotton ball in, or if it's a little one and they're pulling the cotton ball out, you can just go around the bones around the ear and apply your essential oil there. Just kind of turn the bottle upside down, get a drop on the finger, and go all the way around the ear, and then do the same thing with your tea tree. Just use a different finger so you're not getting that oil on the other bottle and going around. The benefits of this process are your touch and your ability to stay in your home. You have the convenience from start to finish, from whatever the ailment is in its occurrence. You get to decide what to do about it, you get to address it, and you get to recover from it, all in the convenience of your own home. And this is where we like to say, with a book and a box, you are empowered, you are equipped to handle at least 80% of the minor ailments or common wellness goals that come your way. And so I just wanted to share one of my favorite resource books. This is Modern Essentials. I'll hold it so it doesn't get the the glare of the light on it there. This is Modern Essentials, and you definitely want to have this on hand. This would be like if you didn't have a reference book, it would be like going into the kitchen as a new cook or baker with absolutely no recipes or instructions on how to handle your food or your kitchen appliances. You'd just be flying blind. And so you definitely want a resource book like this. I always have them in stock and available to my team. So don't buy that one online. I buy them in bulk and pass the discount on to you. So if you were to buy this book, say from aromatools.com or out on Amazon, you're going to pay around $35 plus the tax and shipping. Whereas if you buy it from me, you're just going to pay $20. And that's total. I always get shipping for free, taxes included, and that discount is just yours. I don't make any money on them. I just do that as a service to my team. So please take advantage of that. And then here is an example of a cute little box of oils. This sits in our living room, and it's got all of our top 10 oils that I'm going over tonight, and then some other favorites. And so this is a box that, like I said, we keep in our living room, so it's out where we can see it. We can just walk down the hall and grab what it is we need. And it also travels really well. You can just zip it up and put it in a suitcase if you want to take it with you. And so the end result, when you use natural solutions, first, these don't expire. So as long as you keep them in a cool, dry place in your home, these 15 milliliter bottles have 250 drops of oil in them. And you're only going to use a few drops per dose. So for example, in our ear discomfort, you're only going to pay 32 cents for a dose. And you're probably only going to need, say, 3 doses to get over it. That's $1. That's less than $1. So that's your financial comparison. And as you continue to use your natural solutions, boost your immune system, and support your health proactively, you're going to need that healthcare system less and less. So more healing, more financial prosperity for you, and more freedom in both your finances and your health. And so let's just say a few words about lavender and tea tree. Lavender is just all things calm. We call it the Swiss Army knife of essential oils. When in doubt, get your lavender out. You can use it for anything and everything, but it's great for skin. It's great for wound care and to have in your natural first aid kit. It's also just a wonderful, I think I said all things calm, to begin with, for your mind and mood, for rest, stress management, sleep, all of the above. Lavender is definitely one that you want to have in your natural arsenal. And then tea tree is also good for everything skin. You also want to have this just in the bathroom at the ready for any skin need, whether it be proactive or treatment. It also purifies the air. So it's a great, one of my favorite diffuser blends has tea tree equal drops. I do about 2 of each. Tea tree, lemon, and lime, and it just smells really fresh and clean. And I always get credit for cleaning my house if I use that diffuser blend, whether or not I've just cleaned my house. And if you know me, probably not. And so that's really fun. And then I thought I would just share, every single one of our essential oils has a long list of properties, physical properties. And so I thought I would just read the list for tea tree so you know what you're getting in these little brown bottles of goodness. Tea tree's properties are analgesic, antibacterial, antifungal, anti-infectious, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, antiparasitic, antiseptic, and antiviral. That is quite the resume. I hope you appreciate that. So these have been 3 cool things about essential oils. So let's look at 3 ways to use our essential oils. I'm just going to grab a quick drink of water. And the first is going to be aromatic, which we've already been doing. Each time we put a drop of oil in our palm and breathe that in, we're using our own built-in diffuser. You can also use, I've got my little portable diffuser going here. I just love this one. I can fill it up and use it in my office. If I move around the house, I can bring it with me. And the reason why we love using our essential oils aromatically, it's actually the quickest way to get your essential oils into the bloodstream and moving throughout the body. It positively affects the mood and cleanses the air, obviously supporting the respiratory system as well. And now after I do this slide, I'm going to do like popcorn and talk about 6 more of our essential oils, 2 of each highlighting each one of these categories. Second way you want to use your essential oils is topically. And this provides localized benefits. You're just going to use your knowledge, your intuition, and decide, okay, if I have an ache or a pain or a need on a specific area of my body, then I'm going to apply that essential oil to that area of my body. And I just like to give a couple of safety tips here. And show a couple ways that you can dilute your essential oils. So our plain lotion is an excellent choice to pair with any oil, and our coconut is a great carrier. This stays in liquid format because it's been fractionated. And so there's no smell. If you're not a coconut fan, there's no smell to it, and it just pairs really well with any essential oil you might want to pick. And so I just like to define dilution a little bit, because in a lot of cases, that means that you're reducing the power or efficacy of something, and that's not the case with our oils. We are just slowing the absorption rate into the skin, so that if you might feel sensitivity, say On Guard is a warm oil or peppermint is a cool oil, you might experience some sensitivity if you use those oils neat. If you pair them with a carrier, then it's just going to dilute or slow the absorption rate so that you don't have that skin sensitivity. It's also really helpful if you're massaging or just treating a large area, say your back, for instance. You want to still just use only 1 or 2 drops of your essential oil, but you want to spread it over a larger area. And so that carrier, whether it's your lotion or your oil, your fractionated coconut oil, it's going to help spread that over a larger area for you. Also, with ingestion, we're going to talk about that next. We don't want to ingest any oil other than doTERRA, but we want to look for supplement facts on the side of the body, on the side of the bottle, and then we know it's safe to ingest into the body. Now, you will find a couple of our essential oils, I'll point one out in a minute, that has a safety cap on top. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have a poison control situation on your hands. All of these are natural substances. Some of them just don't process through our digestive system well. And so you'll find 3 oils, I believe, across doTERRA's collection: Deep Blue, Wintergreen, and Birch, that have the safety cap on the top. And so you would just want to be aware that you wouldn't want to ingest those oils because they might result in an upset stomach. And then every other oil, you're just going to look on the side of the bottle and see if it has supplement facts or not. And then finally, we never put essential oils in our eyes, up our nose, or in the actual ear canal, because those areas of the body just are not designed to receive liquid substances. So you want to avoid that. And so let's do our final category of how we want to use our essential oils, and that's internally. Now, you can put them in your water, which I'm doing. I'm a huge fan of grapefruit. I always have grapefruit in my water. You can put it in a veggie cap. You can get a bottle of veggie caps in your order, or you can just actually drop it straight from the bottle under your tongue. Really easy to do. If you're drinking a beverage, you just want to make sure that your container is safe to hold your essential oil, because if it's a plastic, your essential oil will start to break the plastic down, and you don't want to be ingesting plastics. That's going to counterbalance what you're trying to do with your essential oil, which is cleanse and detoxify the body. So you just want to make sure you're using glass or stainless steel, or if you like to make a mug of tea or add oils to your coffee or hot cocoa, ceramic is great also. So let's do popcorn style and cover just a few more of our top 10 favorite oils. First, I'm going to do lemon. And I'm definitely going to smell that in. And when it's fall, lemon is great for congestion, which of course I'm having a little bit tonight. I am due for my evening dose of our allergy blend, which is lemon, lavender, and peppermint. And so I've now completed that trifecta of oils to my neck and throat area. So I've been adding the peppermint and lavender as we've gone, and now I've got lemon. So the three of them together combine our seasonal blend or allergy blend, also known as Tri-Ease. But lemon is extremely cleansing and purifying, both for the body and the home. It can be ingested, and it's a wonderful ingredient in cleaning supplies. And I mentioned it in that diffuser blend. Lemon is an oil that can be used all three ways. When you look at those three little dots that you're going to see on these next few slides, the A stands for aromatic, the T for topical, and the I for internal. And so you'll be able to track how you can use each of these oils. Just one more safety tip I'll mention while we're here on lemon is that a lot of our citrus oils can be photosensitive. So you notice I put some lemon on my throat. I wouldn't want to do that if I was going right out into the sun. And so fall and winter, you're a little less susceptible to being in the sun's rays. You can always add it to your palms or the bottoms of your feet or any area that's covered by clothing, and you wouldn't have to worry. Or you could just wait 12 hours. So either way, it's evening as I record this class, and so even if it was in the summer, I wouldn't be at risk putting some lemon on my neck and chest because I'm about to just have, you know, an indoor evening and go to bed, and I wouldn't be out until the morning. So that would be totally safe. Greg and Kate love lemon in their water. That's their favorite. I use it the most in my allergy blend and in my cleaning supplies. Sorry, just grabbing another quick drink to help me out there. I've got a few more oils for you. Frankincense is the king of oils. So like I said, when in doubt, get your lavender out. You can apply all those same things to your frankincense and then some. It can be used all three ways. It's calming, it's wonderful for skin, anti-aging benefits. I personally love it as a fragrance. I love it for prayer and meditation. Hands down, frankincense is my favorite oil. And if you don't understand that last line about how it helps cells perform optimally, then we can have an additional conversation about that. I would love to educate you further on how frankincense works inside the body to help cells live their best life and naturally die when it's their time to die. Just a beautiful process that this oil helps support. And let's get some frankincense out as well. Got that right here. Just going to do a drop. And breathe that in. I'm a huge fan of all tree oils. They're just so calming and grounding and soothing. I've never met a tree oil that I didn't like. So frankincense is a resin. And so you tap the side of the tree, much like you would to get maple syrup, and you extract that resin from the tree. Frankincense, myrrh, and copaiba are all resin tree oils. And I absolutely love them all. Digescen is next, and these next two oils are going to be our examples of topical oils. So lemon and frankincense were our internal use examples. Digescen is now topical. And you can probably guess by looking at it that it's our digestive support blend. It's good for all things digestive. So if you've got something going that's going too fast and you need to slow it down, or something's not moving and you need it to go, then this is your new best friend. And this is one that you just use your intuition, really easy to figure out. You can ingest it, but I love to just put a couple drops in my palm and then rub it right on the stomach. It's got ingredients in it that are perfectly supportive for your digestive tract. It also has peppermint and anise, which leaves a nice cooling sensation on the tummy, incredibly soothing. If you have any type of digestive issue, you always want to start with this oil and you will love it. And then similarly, if you've got any type of ache or pain, you want to reach for your Deep Blue. And this is one with a safety cap on it. So you just want to be careful not to ingest this one, because it might result in an upset stomach, and then you're going to need a little bit more of your Digescen. So this is all things soothing. If you have aches or pains for any reason, you could be recovering from an injury, recovering from a big workout, or working around the house, anything really physical, or just those everyday aches and pains like headaches or soreness in your muscles, things like that. And then you just want to apply it topically. This can also be used aromatically. It has great oils in it to open you up as well. I'm going to do a drop of this one. I forget about Deep Blue's ability to open up airways, but I'm reminded if I ever like pull a muscle in my neck, or if I just want to rub a little bit on my shoulders at the end of a long day, I realize as I lay down to go to sleep, I also benefit from that aroma just opening up the airways and clearing out any congestion. So that's a great little bonus. People ask me sometimes if essential oils have side effects, and I always say, yes, they do, and they're the best kind. So for example, if you use your Deep Blue to soothe a sore muscle, you get this amazing side effect of it opening up your airways and giving you easy breathing. So that's the kind of side effect that you can expect from your essential oils, and nothing else. These last two oils that we're going to cover are great examples of aromatic oils. And this is another kind of self-explanatory oil. This is Breathe, our respiratory support blend. And I'm just going to add a drop of that as well. I love the aroma of Breathe. Again, just a really amazing combination of oils that are supportive to your respiratory system. Open up the airways, starting here and all the way down into the lungs. Oh, it feels amazing. You just even feel how cool it is as you breathe it in. Love that. And I'd like to say how exciting it is that the people in doTERRA Labs are not just amazing aromatherapists. So they're not just putting together these oils that smell amazing when you open up the bottle, but they understand the chemistry behind them as well. And so they're combining oils, hopefully to achieve that trifecta that we talked about when we went over how essential oils are so cool because they're so effective. The phenylpropanoids, sesquiterpenes, and monoterpenes, they're also making these essential oil blends as effective as they can be. And so your Breathe oil not only smells amazing, but it truly goes right to work for you. So this is a great one to put in your diffuser or the brand new humidifier that doTERRA now has. And finally, we'll end with wild orange, one of my absolute favorites to diffuse really any time of year. But when we start into fall and winter and I start grieving those summer days, I love to put wild orange in the diffuser. We call it sunshine in a bottle. And it's all the things on the screen. It's energizing, it's invigorating, it's uplifting. And just like all citrus oils, it's going to be cleansing to the body, cleansing to surfaces. One of my favorite ways to use wild orange is in my cleaning supplies. I love to dust with wild orange. I just put a little bit, couple of drops of oil, the essential oil, and then a couple drops of, or a couple squirts of the fractionated coconut. And it's so beautiful as a furniture polish. It just really brings the shine out of your wood. Whether you have wood furniture, you can polish your wood floors, and they look amazing, and your home just smells amazing. You just turned all of your furniture into diffusers. So it's wonderful. Let me see. Okay, so this, I want to wrap the bulk of our class tonight by giving you a few moments to think through what are your own personal top 3 health concerns or goals, depending where you are today in your health story. If you're just focusing on being proactive and investing in your health, then what are some goals that you're looking at? If you're in that middle part of the story where you're looking for some support, then what are some of your concerns that maybe are either coming up for you or a family member, someone you care about or take care of? And I want to just give you a couple minutes to write those down and start thinking about what essential oils have we talked about so far would be great to pair with either those goals or concerns. So while you work on that, I just have to say a few words about doTERRA's #1 best-selling product. And you might have guessed that it's an essential oil, but it's actually our supplements. And they come in this pack. They're called the Lifelong Vitality Pack. And they have the 3 bottles that you see there on your screen. And they start with the Microplex VMZ, which is just your basic whole food, multivitamin, and minerals, and then some. Then you move to your Z Omega, and that's your both fish oil and land oils combined in an amazing formula. And then finally the Alpha CRS Plus, which just doesn't exist in any other supplement available on the market. And that's what I like to call brain food. And it's your antioxidant, your cellular energy, and longevity. And it just brings something so special to this package of supplements. These are the building block, that foundation of your foundations of health. This is what brings life-giving nutrients into your nutrition or diet on a daily basis. And I can tell you that for me and for Greg, we take these daily. These absolutely check every box that you see on your screen there. Not only do they hit those main benefits for every single person, doTERRA has been serving for years, and person after person says, yes, energy, focus, relief, and well-being. Just overall, I sleep better, I don't get sick as often, I feel younger than I used to. It's just an incredible array of benefits that you get from these, and then on and on and on. The whole list is there. And the best thing about it is there's no risk involved. So if you want to try these, they call it a 30-day satisfaction guarantee, but you actually have 45 days. They want you to fully use the product and see how you feel. And sometimes when we do something new, we might feel better as we're doing it, but we don't think about giving credit to that one new thing that we tried. And sometimes you need to be away from it for a few days to realize, oh my gosh, I missed that. That really was working for me. I need that back in my life. So they give you a full 45 days to experience the supplement over 30 days, and then have a little trial period where you see what does life feel like now without it. And sometimes that makes the biggest difference for you, and really really brings home how much you need and love it. And so I want to start wrapping up the class with 3 ways to purchase, and then what do your next steps look like. So first, obviously you can buy retail. I don't recommend that. It exists because we want to have our products available in professional settings. If someone is a massage therapist or they own a hair salon, then yes, they want to have product available and sell it. So retail is an option. But for you, that's not the ideal option. You want to think in terms of Costco, and you want to get your products regularly at a discount. So you want the wholesale option. And then there's 2 levels of that. If you do the just general wholesale customer account, you're going to get 25% off. You're going to get the best products for the best prices. Then if you want to up level just a bit and purchase like I do, this does not mean you have to open a business. This only means your wholesale customer account, you're going to upgrade and participate in our loyalty rewards program. I'm going to give you a little tease into one of the benefits of being in loyalty rewards, but it's completely optional. So the beauty of our wholesale customer account is that there's no monthly minimum, and you're not required to order. You can order once a year if you want and keep your membership active. That is completely up to you when you order, how much you order. That's a tremendous benefit over other monthly programs that are available. Now, if you want to enroll in the loyalty rewards, then you do enter into some monthly minimums because you're earning all these points toward free products. And so, like I said, I will tease that a little bit in a couple of slides from now, but I don't want to overwhelm you with information. So if this is your night to say yes and to enroll, we'll take that step first. And then once you're enrolled, you can decide if you want to participate in loyalty rewards or not. But of course, I highly recommend that. So we will cross that bridge when we come to it. So let me just do a very quick review of the enrollment kits that are available to you. This is the first one called Healthy Start. It's got the top 10 oils, all the ones that we covered in our class tonight, plus oregano. And I will not be dropping that on and smelling it and rubbing it on the back of my neck because it's a very hot oil, and you would not want to do that unless you are really needing some massive immune support. It's a great kind of natural antibiotic, so it works really well on the bottoms of the feet or down the spine with a carrier oil, very carefully applied when necessary. But you'll get that and all the other oils that we covered in tonight's class, and a great diffuser for $160 in your Healthy Start kit. Healthy Habits is a favorite. You can put together a daily wellness plan with this kit, which I provide as a free gift to you. If you enroll with this kit, when we do your wellness consult, I will go over how to use each and every one of these products and oils during your day. And we can customize that to your needs. It's really fun. So it's a great way to get started, especially if you're interested in the supplements. They come in that kit. And then with Healthy Essentials, this is another favorite of mine because it's for the mind, the body, and the spirit. But what I want to point out here is the tremendous value. So you're getting now the 15 milliliter bottles of oil and a bigger diffuser. So if you compare Healthy Essentials with, I'll just flip back real quick to Healthy Start, these are the 5 milliliter bottles of oil for $160. So if you're going to triple the amount of oil, do you triple the cost when you buy the kit that has the 15 milliliter bottles? No. So we're looking at the cost on this kit is only $160. When you fast forward to Healthy Essentials, even double the Healthy Start Kit would be $320, and we're only paying $249. So just a small price increase for 3 times the amount of oil plus a bigger diffuser. So this is a really great value. Healthy Home Kit is perfect if you're looking to make simple swaps and just decrease your toxic load, getting rid of some of the toxic products as you kind of go through your kitchen, your bathroom, your laundry area. Start reading labels. You're going to find some things that you want to eliminate from your home. And what better way to grab these products anyway? Think about it. If you're going to Kroger, for example, how much does Kroger pay you to buy your shampoo and your toothpaste and your all-purpose cleaner and your hand soap when you buy those things from Kroger? They don't pay you anything. They just charge you. How much does doTERRA pay you when you buy these products for yourself? And so the limit on our loyalty rewards program is 30%. So if you add the 25% that you're automatically getting with your wholesale discount, then the 30% you can earn through loyalty rewards. That's 55% on anything that you're buying coming back to you, either in a reduced food and products budget or money toward free products. So go ahead and get those things that you need to replace each month, buy them from yourself instead of from the grocery store, and then get your oils for free. And then Natural Solutions is the kit that I purchased when I enrolled. I've never regretted it. And if you're thinking, oh, but I want to do that loyalty rewards, I want to do a monthly order. If I get the Natural Solutions kit, oh my gosh, that's a lot. I'm not going to need to buy anything for a long time. I won't be able to take advantage of loyalty rewards. Not true at all. You've got lots of consumables in this kit. And for example, Greg and I both take the Lifelong Vitality. We've never had any trouble. We enrolled with this kit, and the following month we started with our supplements and just rounding out our collection of oils and then staggering month to month. What consumable products do I need to replace? My toothpaste, my shampoo and conditioner, so on and so forth. So if you're serious about your health like I was, this is the perfect place to start. This way, you know, when you have one of those needs arise, you're going to be able to walk down the hallway and access whatever you need to handle that naturally. Last kit option, this is really cool. The Simple Solutions gives you a customizable kit. So the beauty of all these enrollment kits is that it actually waives the $35 fee that you would pay for your annual membership. Let me make that clear. There's no monthly fee to have a membership. It's an annual fee, and it's only $35. And if you choose any of these 6 kits, the $35 is waived. So you get your first year membership for free. And it'll be your 13th month that membership fee comes back to you, but then it's only going to be $25. It actually goes down. And in addition to that price reduction, you also get a free bottle of peppermint, and that's the 15 milliliter bottle of peppermint, which is a $21 value. So you're really only paying $4 to continue your membership. But just to say a word about Simple Solutions, this is such a great place to start. If you want to identify, like from your top 3 lists that you just made, what is your top area of concern, or which area do you want to start with? You can get this Simple Solutions kit. Your Deep Blue is going to cover just pain relief, general aches and pains, and inflammation. Your lemon oil is going to help cover mind and mood, respiratory issues, digestive support, and just cleansing and detoxing the body. On Guard then is your immune support, and Serenity is going to be, again, mood management, stress management, great rest and sleep. So you're getting a great foundation with those, and then you just choose which area do you want to focus on and then add something onto your kit so that you're getting the support that you need for whatever that area is that you want to concentrate on. And there are some suggestions for you on the screen. So if you want to add the kit oils, or you want to invest more into mood and emotion, there are additional either just a la carte single oils that you might want to choose from, or mini kits that you can add. And so just a couple of highlights that are special here in the month of October 2020, if you're catching this class, and we're still within the month of October, then if your enrollment kit order, or if you're already a member, this applies to you as well. If your monthly order is 200 PV, and that's point value, points work much like dollars. So say you're spending approximately $200, then you're also accumulating 200 points. And then you're going to earn all of this for free. So if digestion is an area that you want to focus on, you're going to get your peppermint essential oil, DigestSense soft gels, Tamer digestive blend, and Calmer restful blend. And those are two of our kid collection oils. They're specially formulated in the rollerball application, which is very convenient, but it adds in fractionated coconut oil. So they're perfect for kids ages 2 to 11, but totally suitable for adults and, as I like to say, kids of all ages. Tamer is actually my favorite digestive support blend, and so that's what I put on my tummy. The peppermint has that anise in it, and I'm not a huge fan of that. Maybe you are. Many people are, and they love our DigestSen. And of course, I used it on my stomach for any issues until Tamer came along, and it has a spearmint lead in its aroma, which I absolutely love. And so it just makes my digestive support and treatment a little more pleasing to me when I use Tamer. So we absolutely love having both in our home because we each have different preferences. So we're taking advantage of this promotion this month. If you need help making sure you take advantage of it, just let me know. And then one more thing I wanted to highlight in October, we have these brand new wellness programs that became available on October 1st. If you already have your membership, you can add one or more of these programs to your October loyalty rewards cart, and you'll get kit number 1. And so I wanted to share with you the immune kit. I happen to have that on hand with me here. And the way these work is that you'll get kit number 1 in month 1, and then in months 2 and 3, you get add-on kits. So in month 1, I'm just going to open up. The month 1 immunity kit is so big, it has to come in this box. And let me just tell you, each month in the program is $75. So the kit is $75 and 60 PV, and the PV is a little less because they're giving you a crazy value on these. So each one, even though you're only paying $75, it ranges in value from $85 all the way up to $135. And so that's another reason why I love LRP. And this was the tease that I was promising. If you're not yet a member, you're not going to be able to order these wellness programs until you've enrolled. So you definitely want to enroll right away so that you can start these programs in November. And so you're going to get this cute little neoprene bag in your month 1 kit. And when you open that up, this is the immunity kit. So it's the orange bag. You got a little bit of recyclable packaging in there. And then you're going to have a sanitizing mist that uses our On Guard essential oil. You're going to have a wild orange. These are all 15 milliliter bottles. On Guard, of course. And Purify, which is our cleansing blend. And I love to use that in my laundry. That's what I use in addition to my On Guard laundry detergent. I put a couple drops of Purify in the washing machine, and then I add Purify to wool dryer balls and use that in my dryer. And then in each one of these kits, you get a fun free gift. And so for the month 1 in immunity, you get toothpaste samples and On Guard dental floss. So fun. And then in addition, this is why it's in this big box, you're also going to get the On Guard foaming hand wash and dispenser. And so you get all of that in your month 1 kit. And if when you choose immunity, then it keeps going. You get a different kit of products in month 2, and then a third kit of products in month 3. And those months 2 and 3 come in recyclable craft bags. So you don't just keep getting these neoprene bags stacking up all over the house. And then you have the option after you've done kits 1, 2, and 3 to either continue on or choose a different program. Whatever you want to do. You can keep doing the kits if you need to stay stocked up on your immune support products. It's a great way, what we like to call set it and forget it. So you don't have to worry about going in every month and changing your order. You know you want to stay on LRP so you get those benefits and earn points for free product. And so just even one of these kits qualifies you to do that. You could easily put one in. Once you do it in November, it's just going to carry over to December and January. You wouldn't have to change your LRP again if you want to until it's time to place your February order. So much goodness included in all 3 of these programs, and we've just learned that there are going to be more programs introduced in 2021, but definitely jump in and take advantage of these now. They are available as of October 2020. I want to invite you, if you want to learn more about your oils. First, I teach classes most every Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. here in the Zoom classroom. Just reach out for more information. You can find me on Facebook and on Instagram, or reach out to me or one of the team members if someone has invited you to this class. We all have access to that Zoom room, and we can set you up with the link for the classes that you want to attend. And then our Pursue convention is still available. It was all virtual this year. We called it the Connection, and it's still available through October 31st. And so you won't spend $30. You won't make a better $30 investment in your health than to subscribe, get yourself a ticket, and just absorb this free content over the next few days here. What are we? If you're watching this live, we are October 13th, so you still have more than half the month to capitalize on all the recordings and all the goodness. There are 8 live sessions and more than 50 additional bonus sessions that you can tap into and learn from. So I highly recommend that. If you're interested, let me know. I can get you the link to register and pay your $30 and get in and access all of that goodness. So let's wrap up our class for the night. Just going to grab one more drink. Over the years, I found that there are 3 types of people who typically attend our classes. The first is anyone who wants to live a wellness lifestyle, and hopefully that's all of us. Otherwise, why would we be attending a class like this? This is all for you. Some of us have been sitting here. This was me. I didn't become a builder in doTERRA until about the last 2 years. And so those first 8 years of my membership, I was just absorbing information. I was using and loving my oils and thinking about people that I care about that I wanted to share them with. And so I would say probably about 6 months in to being a doTERRA member, I was sharing with plenty of people that enabled me to get my oils for free. So added bonus that I wasn't expecting, because with, like I talked about at the beginning, that benefit of using our traditional healthcare system less and less, my healthcare budget had already gone way down. It was not a burden to then be able to buy these essential oils to proactively support my healthcare, but then to have them paid for on top of that was just a beautiful thing. So if you've been like me sitting here thinking, oh, this oil will be great for my mom, or I need to share a sample of this with my neighbor, then you are a sharer and I have something for you. And that's the perfect place to start if you're also thinking about building. Either way, for you potential builders out there, I've got a great class coming up. I always teach the last Tuesday of the month, the Business Made Simple class. And so that's coming up on October 27th. It'll be right back here at 7 p.m. And so you'll want to catch that. But for anybody who wants to start either sharing or building, I have a free gift for you. doTERRA puts out these really cute keychains. If you schedule to host a class, the keychain is yours. And then depending on how many of your friends or guests show up to the class, I will fill your keychain with as many as 8 samples. So if you get 8 people to attend, you can fully fill your keychain with whatever essential oils you would like to have on hand. And then it's really convenient. It can clip to a purse or a backpack, so you can take it wherever you go, either for your own personal use or to share with others. It's a great gift. And so if you want to do this, I can come live to your living room. It's really easy to host a class over Zoom. You don't have to clean. You don't have to provide a snack. We can just all show up online, gather with our own oils, and learn together. Let me know if you're interested in that, and I can hook you up. And so let's wrap up. I would love to connect with you. This is my phone number. If you're my guest of the class, then I would love for you to reach out by text. Let me know where you are. What are your top 3 health goals or concerns that you're trying to match up with essential oils? Maybe you have a kit in mind or you need help picking one out. And then let me know what type of person you are. Are you just trying to live a more healthy lifestyle? Are you interested in sharing or building? And then I'll know how to prepare for our conversation and get you set up with a wellness consult and your next steps. And because I'm asking you to do something, I like to let you know what you can expect from me. And that's a whole lot. I love to give and I love to encourage. And I hope you'll look forward to being a part of our team where you'll benefit from all of these things. I'm going to give you a welcome packet to start. You get that free personal wellness consultation where we'll take a look at what you're trying to achieve, and I can help you with navigating your membership, learning how that works, how to order, all that good stuff. And then you'll have ongoing access to education, training, and support, thriving communities on Facebook and Instagram, and lots of fun giveaways as well. So I hope you've learned something tonight. I've really enjoyed being with you and sharing these gifts of the earth with you. I'm just gonna stop my screen share. And yeah, there we go. Thank you so much for being here, whether you've been live or catching the recording. It's always my pleasure to share with you and assist you in your health and wellness journey. Here's to your continued health and wellness, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.